We'll see what we do about that. But we multiply these things, right? I'll just kind of, maybe when I post that video, try to remember to post lots of dead space, okay? So, when you do this, it doesn't hurt to write down negative 0.6 times 1 minus 0.8 times 0, because of course that reinforces what you're doing much better than punching a bunch of numbers into a calculator, right? And then you have 0.8 times 1 minus 0.6 times 0. I said do this kind of quick, so it's natural maybe you didn't do this, but this is the way you're going to want to write them out, especially in homework, because if I see mystery numbers, I won't know where they came from, and I'm not going to reverse engineer it. I mean, maybe if it's a common mistake, I'll see what it was, but I'm not going to waste a lot of time trying to figure out what in the world you did when you didn't show me, right? And that's mostly because, not because I don't want to spend that time, although maybe I don't have that time to spend because I need to do other things for people who are showing me what they're doing, okay? But it's to train you what it means to document your work, because you've got to do that in any job, okay, in any field. Okay, anyhow, and a silly lecture. That's negative 0.6 plus 0, 0.8 plus 0, and that equals negative 0.6, 0.8. Right? Okay? So that's how I need to see things written out. Now, if you're doing homework and you've done a couple of these and you've shown me how you're doing it, and then you want to leave out the intermediate steps, okay, because if you're screwing up the intermediate steps, I'll know what to tell you so you can fix it. Okay? And I'll know that, you know, all the other stuff's probably garbage too, but that's accidental, you know, you can fix it. Okay? Make sense? Okay, so over here, 0.6 times 8.87 is, now, I'm going to kind of skip this step, but I'm going to still write out the numbers. Okay, that's negative 0.522 minus 0.4, right? If you do this in a calculator and you use a calculator to multiply 0.8 by 0.5, catch yourself and don't do that. Use your brain. You got to be able to think in terms of numbers. And if you're using a calculator to bypass it when it's an obvious, easy calculation, you're not thinking in terms of numbers. Engineers need to be able to think in terms of numbers. They also need to be able to, you know, in the advanced, you know, after the sophomore year, work everything out on the computer because they know what all the numbers mean. And they can think in terms of the numbers and now use the computer to get the numbers right. Okay? And to check your intuition that you get from thinking about some numbers and pictures and so forth. Okay, anyhow, build the skills that you're going to need. And this is going to be your 0.696 minus 0.3, and that's going to be negative 0.922, 0.396. Right? Do we agree? Because I make mistakes. Okay? If I'm talking and calculating at the same time, you don't know for sure what you're going to get. Okay? So, this one equals what you get, but I'm just going to put a dot, dot, dot there because I'm not going to write it all out. But see, that's going to be a negative 0.3. That's going to be a negative 0.696, right?
Negative 0.996,
Negative 0.996 is a little big. Well, okay. That's why I stopped. 996, that's too close to 1.
I got 966.
Yeah, 926 I can live with. Okay, well, you can check the numbers, but, okay, that's 0.4, and that's negative 0.522, right? So that'd be 0.122.
I did it wrong. I got it. There you go. When I did it again.
You got
It's
996?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's
996 and 122.
That's negative 122.
yeah, it's negative 122.
let's see, 0.4, yeah, okay, that's minus 0.512, yeah, it's negative. Okay?
Yeah.
Anyhow, figure out what that number is, but that doesn't quite.
It's negative 0.3 minus, 6.
I'm not gonna get hung up on numbers, we don't have time to play with the numbers. Question mark on this one, figure out what went wrong, but you can multiply it, okay? And over here, we're gonna get, 0, I'm sorry, no, it's not gonna get 0. We're gonna negative 0.8, negative 0.6. Right? So those are the numbers, sort of, but let's see, okay, we do get a 996, because we got one over there too. I'm using the Pythagorean theorem. I have a little problem with that. But there's round-offs, so that's why it's not quite. The squares of these numbers aren't 1. Okay, if you had 0.995 and 0.1, it would add up pretty close to 1. But this is a little bigger than 0.995, and this is a little bigger than 0.1. It's going to add up to a little more than 1. That's because 0.87 is a little bigger than actual square root of 3 over 2. So, okay, so anyhow, if you check out all these, the Pythagorean theorem is going to give you something close to 1. Here it gives you exactly 1, here it gives you exactly 1, here and here it'll be close. Okay, so that's the calculation aspect. That's easy. All you got to do, if you don't totally understand it already, is practice it a little bit and it will be.